And so, when it comes down to like before your time at Pennypill and after Boots, you said you were doing kind of like, consultancy work. What kind of problems were you solving? What kind of things were you doing on a day-to-day
Finally,
basis?
I've been a strong believer in, you can get by anywhere with common sense and hard work. You know, with the exception of rocket science, nothing is rocket science, if that makes sense. Yeah. And so if you just
Yeah.
apply yourself and you've got the common sense, you can solve pretty much any problem. So, I mean, I often found I went
Mm.
into organizations and I think, this is a problem? Okay, yes, I can solve it. And I mean, as part of my MBA, I specialized in the strategy side. Um, so I would help build strategy for organizations. But the reality is building a strategy for an organization when they don't actually have the capacity to deliver it sometimes is a piece
Mm.
it's a strategy document that sits on a shelf and doesn't get implemented. So what I was finding is I was helping build those strategies, but then actually it was very clear that they didn't actually have the operational capability, the skill set to actually often deliver on it. So I actually then found that that's where I was assisting. It's look, this is where we're ending. It's important for you to know where your direction is, and I can give you all the detail behind it. Here's the detail if you want that kind of tafsir of why we're heading that way, um, if you're really
Yeah.
interested. But don't worry about the tafsir of it. This is where we're ending. Let's let's start doing these things which are going to move us closer to that way. So I actually ended up then getting involved more operational stuff, which were incrementally moving
Mm.
organizations in the right direction. Um, so it became as much operational support as it ever did strategic. Um,
Sure. I mean, it reminds me of that whole Peter Drucker saying where culture eats strategy for breakfast. And so I guess you were working, like you built the strategy, but then you were working on the culture and the operations to actually make it
Correct. And
implementable.
and one of the issues we actually have within many organizations, and I'm not talking about the Muslim sector necessarily, I'm talking about any sector, is we genuinely want to head to a different direction. We don't understand that culture and our habits that we've actually formed over time are actually working completely against that. And so which is why culture absolutely does eat strategy for breakfast, because the culture is going to either hold you back, or if you've got a different kind of culture and it's dynamic, and it's a go-getting culture, you might not even have a strategy, but because you've got that go-getting culture in the organization, you don't need the detail, you don't need that document, because we're heading that
Mm.
way. Bismillah, yeah. You've actually got the culture and the team and the enthusiasm and the tenacity to just take you that way. It's always about the team, and it's the team that builds the culture.
Mm. Amazing.